was going to write this speech, I decided I should go on the internet to research the best kinds of things to do for a best man speech. And after several hours, I found all kinds of fantastic things. I've been in forums talking to these great people. Really opened a lot of doors, and I thought I really should work on this speech. That's one of the guys related to the speech. The internet's full of good stuff. So then I thought maybe I shouldn't have you write this and pay attention to notes and have this sort of scripted, stiff sort of speech. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to do this off the cuff. No notes, just from the heart. So. Good evening. Please sit down. Back to the notes. That was it. Thank you. All right. So I first met Dave Cook in a small fishing village in Vietnam. Little did I know. Now I once become best friends with his youngest son. It was only after I posed as a 12-year-old at Lincoln Elementary School when I was only 25. That's why you're so tall. And Dad always wondered why I was so good at Legos. One of my first memories of Chad was actually in probably first grade, and I was on the playground at Lincoln Elementary School in Whitewater, and no one had really formed friendships yet, so there was not at all like allegiances yet, or this person's better friends with this person than that friend, etc. There was this kid who was at that time the same height as everybody else, and he was inviting people to play King Arthur, and I thought to myself, who the hell is King Arthur, and why does he want to defend this playground? What is so important about this swing? But Chad elected me to be Sir Lancelot, which I have to admit I was proud to be. I don't know why. That was the beginning. Since then, I can regale for you several, I could go all night, but several very, very interesting, sometimes illegal memories Chad and others of us have formed over the years. Among them, I recall borrowing, emphasis on borrowing, Chad's parents' car. When I think I filled out my learner's permit, and one day, after several trips to Madison to walk down State Street at 2 in the morning, when we were like 15, we got home and there was Dave sitting on the front porch, and he casually said, "Please don't take our car ever again." And, it was just because we were actually trying to sell it. There was a night at the Center of the Arts, which is the Arts and Communications building in UW Whitewater. We would go there at about 9 o'clock at night and slip a quarter into one of the back doors so the latch wouldn't pop out when the electronic locks flip. That way we could come back at midnight and let ourselves into this enormous university building, and that's where we hung out at midnight. There was parties where, among other things, we got to watch Chad mop the shake machine. That was about 2 minutes before I got fired. It was great because then we got to hang out that night. I got my schedule. I know. One of my favorite stories, though, that I got to tell you about Chad was, I think it was our junior or senior in high school. We were in gym class, and the current curriculum was ping pong. And our gyms had these retractable bleachers that, when they were retracted, formed kind of a 40-foot red wall of bleachers on the wall. And we could crawl behind them. So instead of actually ditching class, Chad and I attended class from behind the bleachers. And as a result, the police were called. In addition to the assistant principal, the principal, everybody thought we were not on premises when in reality we were behind the bleachers. And so we got to have all these people searching for us when we were actually at gym class. And the result was that we didn't get charged for anything because we were at gym class. We were actually there. We were just playing ping pong, but we were at gym class. Well, dropped my cup.
Fail.
So when I think about trying to offer advice to Chad and Hann, you know, in terms of getting married, I have not been married myself. The first thing that I would say is, don't date women. You guys have nothing to worry about. We're good there. Where were you for my wedding? I can't be there for everybody. I've had a lot of years to watch Chad grow, really since first grade, so since age 6. So it's been about 15 years. But I've seen Chad go through a lot of different stages in his life and a lot of different, you know, rites of passage. And what I can tell Hann is that Hann, you have just married one of the most loyal, dependable, kind people you could ever find on this planet. I've had my share of heartache over the years, and regardless of whether Chad was living 30 miles away or 2,400 miles away, Chad has always been there for me. Whether we're walking through a Denver suburb completely lost with no idea where we are, probably 40 miles from where we need to be at 2 in the morning, Chad has been there to hear my grief, you know, and to make me feel better about who I am as a person and why I should not feel as bad as I do. And then Chad, I would say, you know, over my 5 to 17 years of knowing Hann,
somewhere in there,
Chad has married one of the most generous, patient people that I've ever met. You know, this is primarily reflected in how these guys host people. You look around you. Look where we are right now. We are eating exquisite food, drinking fantastic wine. We have, what, 8,000 beers to choose from? I mean, this couldn't be a cooler reception, you know? Every time I visited these guys in San Francisco, they have been the best hosts you could ever imagine. I've never once felt like a thorn in their side. And especially Hann. Hann has always been, you know, more than willing to tie my shoes. So I think Chad and Hann have found in each other two people that are going to really be there for each other when they need them to be. Here, here.
Yay!
And it's not hard for me to imagine visiting Chad and Hann in 30, 40, or 50 years, either here or in a nursing home, having just as much fun and sharing just as many laughs, whether it's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, or 80 years from now. That's science.
Go Science!
So, Chad and Hann.
Chad and Hann!